Yes, yes, boys. Kizan here, aka free to play when there's no sales up, and we're here with another Dokkan video. It has been a while, been away for Christmas, so hopefully we get back into the swing of things. And you know what, in the first video I will be here talking about Pikkon, or Pikkon, whatever you want to call this boy. It's time to talk about how good or bad this unit is and my discussion about him. His team connected hopes I will talk in a different video, so if you do want to look for that, maybe it's out now or it's out soon, you will see that. But anyways, time for the discussion about Pikkon. So first of all, I will go over what he does, and then we'll break it down of if I think he's good, if I think he's bad, that kind of thing. And do want to let you boys know, if you do like any Dokkan Dragon Ball content in general, hit that like and that subscribe button. I think we only have like 18% of my viewers are subscribed, so let's get that number a little bit higher, So anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. So my boy Pikkon, connected hopes, category key +3, HP attack and defense 170%. All HP attack and defense 170%, that is good. Super class key +3, HP attack and defense 130% as well. Really nice for newer players. We'll talk more in that about the actual leader skill, but just letting you boys know, this is crazy because first of all, being a baseline super leader means for medium to like beginner players, you can build teams with the greatest of ease. That's always nice. And super class for the later players, the end game players. There is a lot you can get from that, such as, I'm talking about supports, we can get Strength Topo, Supreme Kai of Time, Tech Buller, if you want to get those really strong supports in, you can definitely grab them. Next, let's go on to what he can do. So on his super attack, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Now that's crazy good because, we're going to need that for because this guy, I will talk about it, but more than likely you will go additionals on him, so that 12 key, the second 12 key, always going to do more than the other one. I don't know why I'm saying 12 key, he is just the, he is just a TUR. But anyways, so he'll lower attack on that, but when he does his unit super attack, he'll raise his, greatly raise his attack once again. Immense damage, same as the other one, but then it's super effective against all types and they both lower attack. Okay, so the only thing you get from doing the unit super attack is being super effective, and that is nice. That is, that is pretty nice, I guess. So I can't really complain about that. That we're not going to make this guy too broken, I understand, but that's a really nice addition. Now, this is where we got a bit mixed up, because when we talked about this guy before, we thought he was going to have to be with Gogeta, but we knew that was kind of weird. So now we know he's got to be with a Goku Angel or a Vegeta Angel. Now, I will talk in a second about what that means for this character. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the passive. Now, this is some important stuff right here. Attack and defense 150% baseline. That's crazy good. That's crazy good. 150% a good thing to start off on. Because many units are 130% on startup, that type of thing. So, and only the really strong ones are 180%, like Strength Cooler, Strength Bojack. So 150% meeting in the middle, pretty nice. Now this is where it gets really weird. Super class allies key +2 attack and defense 30% with 3 or more type keys obtained. Now, talking about just that little bit, I am not so sure. I mean, it sounds amazing on paper, but if you cannot get 3 or more type key spheres, you're really screwed. You're screwing over your whole team at that point. So I don't know how I really feel about that. I feel like it should have never had that quote of having 3 or more type key spheres. Just let him be super class allies key +2 attack and defense 30% and be done with it. Next, plus an additional key +4 and a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, and seals if you get a rainbow key sphere. So that's a lot of stuff off a rainbow key sphere, so again, that's really nice. Every part of his passive is reliable on you hitting a certain amount of orbs. So if you hit I don't know, say if you just hit 1 green orb, you've got nothing activated except the attack and defense, which is a bit of a shame, honestly. I mean, because if I'm just thinking, yeah, his teams, you can run some orb changes to help out and everything, so maybe you'll be okay. I just don't like the risk factor of that. Don't like the risk factor. Active skill though, I did not even know this guy was going to come out with an active skill. Ghost Usher's one person, and they've got to be over 50% or more starting from the 4th turn. So you just hit them with the Ghost Usher, pretty much it. This is going to be good in some long events, of course, like say Infinite Dragon Ball History. You get to the last person, bang, hit him with the Ghost Usher, save you an item. Nothing really bad about that. Now, all in all, his category is also Movie Heroes, Worthy Rivals, Otherworld Warriors, Saviors, Battle of Wits, and Connected Hopes. Now, going over his team, I'm not really going to talk about his newest team, but I will talk about that in a second on the later video. But at the moment, this guy needs to be run with Goku Angel or Vegeta Angel. Now, going over Goku Angels and Vegeta Angels, there is only a few I would say is worth running with this guy. If I have a look, it's going to be really weird as well for you boys to know. But, if I just search for... yeah, so it's going to be these. It's going to be the Goku and Vegeta Angels. So whichever one where they're together, I think that is definitely the one you want to take. Yes, you can run the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta like this, but then you kind of miss out his unit super attacking partner because he needs a Goku. Yeah, he needs a Goku for a Majin Buu or Saga category, whatever. So you don't want to be using that for this Pikkon or Pikkon. So you're going to be wanting to use something like this, of course. Problem is because I think it's this guy and these guys are the ones. Now, it sounds good, but you have to realize these guys have way better linking partners, I'm afraid. Because this guy links up with this person really, really well. I'm talking extremely well. And then it's got me thinking, are you really going to want to run Pikkon there instead? Or are you going to put Pikkon on float? Pikkon could definitely work on float as long as you give him the key +2 attack and defense 30%. Actually, that could be his best place. Honestly, because he could just be a support, like cool and everything. Just you need to be keeping in mind his specific key. Now I have seen his whole Rainbow Showcase 10, because you know, we don't have access to Trident, so I need to wait for the showcases to come out like you guys. And he's hitting like 2.9, 3 mils, 3.2, that type of stuff. So he's doing a solid amount. It's just I could not main slot him with that amount of damage. So for the teams that he fits on, you know, Battle of Wits, Movie Heroes, or Otherworld Warriors, Connected Hopes, honestly I see him doing really good as the floater. Now, I was going to say Pikkon fans will be sad. I don't think there is much Pikkon fans out there. I got, I'm calling him everything. But, you know, that is the best place for him, because then you don't get to ruin rotations like this. But you still get, whenever this guy does show up on this rotation on float, then he does get his, you know, unit super attack. And he's always doing the support anyways, usually, as long as you can think ahead and hopefully you don't get shafted with orbs. It should be okay. So another thing as well is his links. Now again, we're talking about Goku and Vegeta LRs. That's the ones you really want to link him up with. But you know, you ain't gonna get Gentleman, you ain't gonna get Otherworld Warriors, you know, Supreme Warrior. You just don't see it on these guys. So another thing, and this is where links are really, really important, especially after the link update. Gotta be watching out for that. Got to be watching out for that. So, with that being said, is he broken as hell? No, he's not broken as hell. He's like a nice addition to the teams he's already on. But for the for mid-level to expert-level players, this guy's gonna be kind of meh. Like, we don't need this part of the leader skill to be effective. But for the newer players out here, this banner could be okay. Especially since, you know, getting a superclass key +3 attack, HP attack and defense 130%, 10% more than anything else usually. You know, it's going to help out. You know, if you have a weird building team, this guy's going to help you build it. And it's going to be okay. And of course, I do need to say, Sbr Viability is here. Of course, you know, high chance of evading enemies' attack and sealing when you get a rainbow key. Just one rainbow orb lets you do all that. This bit should have been permanent. And then they should have just added this bit for the rainbow orb. I think that's the best way they could have built him. They built him a bit differently. I don't know how to feel about that. But going over this, really nice. Easy access to super effective damage. You always gotta like that super effective damage, and it's a nice addition. We've got a Pikkon card. Yes, he isn't the most broken card of all time, but he's strong. And I feel like that's what Pikkon kind of deserves, just a strong card. And that is what we get. Okay, so as I said, the teams I did mention, Movie Heroes, Otherworld Warriors, Battle of Wit, Saviors, Worthy Rivals. So you could run on most of them. And I will talk about Connected Hopes in the next video of me talking about it. Because, you know, I've got to get out Janemba's video also. So I've got to get that sorted. So anyways, boys, we've been over it all. I want to know what you think of this boy. You excited? You sad? I don't know. Let me know what you feel. I still wish this part of his passive did not have a key restriction. That's the only problem I have. Other than that, he's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. Looking like a skip. Looking like an easy skip, but he's looking good. And without further ado, guys, that is the end of the video. If you did like my opinion, or you have your own opinion, let me know in the comments. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you next time. This has been Kizan. In a bit, dudes.